Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction special movie review. This week's review, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Just in time.
When Deadpool is chosen by the Time Variance Authority to assist in defending the multiverse, his tranquil life is shattered. In order to finish the task and protect his world from an apocalyptic peril, he teams up with the worst Wolverine. Very thin storyline, but as far as a movie goes, like it was a very thin story, very thin plot. They were just ticking off the boxes of character, protagonist, antagonist, 1 act, 2 act, 3 act, and done. But the way they did it, and the way they smashed in all of the cameos and fourth wall breaking and blah, 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 I'd have to say, bang for buck, Deadpool and Wolverine, best movie of the year.
Oh.
Best movie of the year!
That's way too early of a call.
Yeah,
what I said, you heard it here
Best
first.
Marvel movie this year.
The only Marvel movie this year.
I'm gonna say that.
They're doing Captain America.
Not this year.
Oh, aren't they?
Not this year? I saw an ad for it in
thought
the
it was in
Deadpool
November.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
I might be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Don't quote me on it.
Okay.
If only there was a way we could find out. You know what? I enjoyed the heck out of this movie. I saw it twice. Once at the theater, once on a bootleg. And it was a pretty decent bootleg.
What did you say? You saw it twice at the theater? Yes.
No, I'm not giving my money, my hard-earned 50 cents, not twice. But yeah, worth every penny. It was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think it was a great movie. It had its own conspiracy theories on top of it, which way of people can go. Of all the variants that were out there, the Channing Tatum has probably got to be one of the best variants out there.
Well, I would have to say the oddball kind of out of place Gambit appearance by Channing Tatum. It was fun, but it wasn't really necessary. But it was fun.
Definitely.
And I do know that
Thank God.
like the director, he kind of put it in and kind of joked that he suggested now that that's in there, we no longer need a Gambit standalone movie.
Yeah, they did everything they needed to do.
They did everything you needed to do with the Gambit character, and with my brother being probably the biggest Gambit fan ever, and the man, he squirted a big tear in the X-Men 97 episode. Remember Me?
Yeah.
That episode.
Spoiler alert.
What? I just said he jerked it months. Actually, I said he cried.
Why would he cry?
Because he cried because it was sad.
Why was it sad?
I'm not saying that because I'm not spoiling anything, but I'm just saying as a Gambit fan. Now, he saw it with my niece, and she knows how big of a Gambit fan my brother is. And when it came in, he said he looked right at Dad. It was almost like nobody else in the movie. No, this is not only is it Gambit, but it's fat faced Tatum Gambit.
Jeez,
yeah.
man.
And I loved his accent.
It was great.
His Cajun accent, and he held it. Almost the whole movie.
You know what I thought was very funny is that he's put out, footage of him training to be Gambit. And when he's training and he's in the suit training, he doesn't have a fat face. And it just makes me think, man, the camera adds 10 pounds.
To your face.
Swear.
I think it was the side flaps. It seemed like they could have.
But it looked good when in practice.
Because Gambit is so thin.
Yeah, he's a thin dude. And Wolverine is so short.
Yeah. Oh, when they had the comic book accurate Wolverine, the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Patch.
Yeah.
And even called him Patch for the people who didn't know that was Patch.
When I saw that one-handed Wolverine, that got goosebumps because I love that story so much.
And when how Fox destroyed that story by using Age of Apocalypse, and it had nothing to do with the
stories that we read
in Age of Apocalypse.
During that.
John, you've been quiet.
Yeah. Never saw Age of Apocalypse. I've been quiet because every group, I guess, needs a hater. I'm going to hate on this movie a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Deadpool has always been, to me, a silly and stupid character. The only reason why I saw this is because Wolverine was in it. If it was Deadpool 3, I would not have gone. I did not like the first two movies. My favorite part, and I say this all the time, and this time, there's a twist on it. I say my favorite part is the end credits. I love seeing the behind the scenes of all the Fox movies.
Yeah, that was
That was great because I'd say 60% of them were good. I enjoyed them.
60?
Yeah. There was only a few of them I really disliked. And I enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes moments, and I liked cameos. I don't know, are there spoilers in this show?
Oh, yeah, we're going to spoil this shit.
Oh, my favorite part of the movie was when the Human Torch showed up. He's
right?
Come on.
Yo, when he goes, what he say? He's going to say it. He's going to say it. He thought, and it wasn't Avengers. He said, flame on. He said, the fuck?
That was fantastic. I like seeing
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
What?
Did he make a joke and he didn't know?
Yes, he did.
I guess I did.
He said that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I see what you did there.
It went right over
It went over his head.
It went right over mine, too.
Because it was fantastic.
It was fantastic for all of us.
And
They took John
Kanan,
but we could go.
when, because I didn't even notice, I think it was Kanan who leaned over to me and was like, they were in the Fantastic car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stupidest looking
really
vehicle
cool.
ever made in comic book history.
Yeah.
I love seeing it.
Wait,
Right?
It is,
no.
yeah,
I
that's
see
it.
that and I raise you one Spider-Mobile.
I take Spider-Mobile over the Fantastic Car.
The
Spider
Fantastic
Buggy.
Car
Well,
was
then.
so cool of a nod. This whole movie was just a.
Yeah. And, okay, and I'm going to say, and I'll be the one to say, the scene where they had the cameo after cameo, like we jumped the gun with Gambit, but when it first came in, Elektra, Elektra I knew, we even talked about it on this show, Elektra was going to be in the movie, and Kanan said, wait, Elektra? But my daughter, who is a big Elektra fan, loves the Elektra movie. She lost her shit when Elektra showed up. She was like, it's Elektra. And then the man, the myth, the legend, Wasilius Snipes III showed up. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I knew like all the backstory stuff because everybody else was just like, oh, wow, cool, it's Blade. But I was like, nah, you don't even know. Him and Ryan Reynolds in Blade 3, that was beef. He wouldn't even do scenes with Ryan Reynolds. He said, he can't act.
It wasn't
I'll
just
be in my trailer. You can do your scenes with my stunt double.
And it wasn't just him. I mean,
and then he came out and did but I'm saying, these are the words of Patton Oswalt. I wasn't there.
I did read that.
But Patton Oswalt, I believe them. After he did the full, what was it?
When he went in front of the.
What is it called? Something.
Way to blank on show, guys.
If only we knew legal terms.
Yeah, I just know. Whatever. He did this whole thing about Star Wars and the Marvel Universe, and he did the thing.
And Boba Fett comes in.
Yeah, the hand of Boba Fett comes up. Excuse me, point of order, sir. I have the floor. Anyway, I believe what Patton Oswalt said.
What is it called when you go in front of the
No, we're
testifying.
We're moving on.
You go in front and you talk in order to stymie the other side, and you just keep talking.
The defendant does not recognize the court right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh my
we're
God,
moving
it's right there on the tip of my brain.
And now, me being the comic book geek and nerd that I am, seeing a grown-up X-23 played by the same actress who played it when she was like 12, that was like, wow, that was cool. Yeah. That, I want to say Daphne Keane.
She put the glasses
came back, and when she put the glasses on that she stole at the gas station.
Yeah.
John.
I didn't even remember that.
Get the fuck out of here. First of all, Logan was my opus.
I didn't memorize the movie. I watched it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't memorize it.
Yeah, I watched it a week before I watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
No, I watched it when it came out.
I watched it when it came out.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't take notes. I mean,
well, and that was the other thing that the director said. He said he didn't want to do a movie where you had to do a bunch of homework to see it. And I'm going to say, Sean Levy, you are a liar, my friend, because there's no way you could watch this movie and not to get all of the references and things, you would have to see
to just enjoy it. You don't have to do homework, but to really enjoy it like we did. There's some stuff you have to know that just isn't in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, there was stuff about the time the TVA. There was things that the monster. If you didn't watch anything,
never cracked an episode of Loki, you have no idea what the TVA.
Like who these guys?
Beyond? Didn't they go in Quantum Mania or no? No, they were in the end credit scene of Quantum Mania, right?
No. Were they?
You watched the end credit scene of Quantum Mania? I left as soon as that movie was over. I was out.
I thought it was
the end
it was a bunch
scene of Eternals.
I thought it was all the Kangs.
Type of person.
All the Kangs were cheering. I thought that was the end credit scene of Quantum Mania. But
Damn, I did see that, but I saw it at home after the movie because that sucked.
What else did you not like about? Just out of curiosity, what else did you not like?
I didn't like Gambit. I thought he was too stiff. That
was the joke.
It just I didn't think he did. It wasn't a very warm performance. The accent was very good. And I got the joke. You can't understand what he's saying.
No.
But he was just too stiff.
The joke was him being Gambit in the first place because he's been trying to play Gambit since like 2015.
Well, I didn't know he was trying to play Gambit since 2015.
Even earlier than that.
That's why you said that just plays onto what you said, where you're saying, "Hey, you got to do the homework."
Do the homework. Yeah. That's like for guys like us.
The real homework is that he had like a contract with Paramount that made him do like G.I. Joe, and he said, "I hated G.I. Joe. I never wanted to do G.I. Joe." And he said, "I know this movie's gonna flop. Let me be Gambit." And they said no.
Yes. That was that whole thing, and he was much younger man when he wanted to play Gambit. Slimmer.
Just came back from Coach Carter.
I think he probably could have, but he was still kind of muscular. You know, because this was before Magic Mike. This was before all that. He wanted to play Gambit.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why when he came in there, it was such a shock because Channing Tatum is living his dream right now, and they're making a big fun about it.
Well, let's give it up to damn near 60-year-old Hugh Jackman getting in the shape that he did.
That was CGI like a son of a bitch.
There's
no way that those veins all over his body. And did you see his abs?
I heard that they go through a really tough dehydration thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
don't drink water for 3 days.
The best part of the movie was Wolverine finally unleashed like everyone wanted to see him unleashed.
Yes.
When he fought.
Yes.
You always in the comics they have to tone it down because they can't show too much violence. You want to see Wolverine tear into someone with those claws.
And you saw that
he finally got a chance to go full Wolverine on somebody.
Berserker rage. I wanted to hear that.
And the other thing that again, it was I admit it was super fucking corny. But when he put the mask on, that was something that we've never seen.
I like that
in
mask.
I like
17 years of Hugh Jackman. Actually, now we gotta say, in 24 years of Hugh Jackman playing this character, that was the first time on screen that he put the mask on, and it looked good. It looked great, and I enjoyed it. I loved the whole ride, beginning to end. I also saw the movie twice, paid full price twice.
Sucker.
But I only paid for the IMAX.
Yeah,
the one time.
And it was worth it.
It was so.
It feels like you're in the movie, huh?
Yes.
You know what? The NSYNC dance was great.
It was.
Give it up to
Filibuster.
Give it up. Thank you. There
That was
you
it's
go.
called a filibuster.
Filibuster. Nice.
Filibuster. The Patton Oswalt filibuster for Parks and Rec.
Thank you for finding.
I'm gonna put a link. I'm gonna put a link.
You can't do that. That's one.
I will put a link to that video on YouTube.
I give it up
the
to
fact that you gave up and said, "Oh, forget about it. We won't think about it anymore," and then brought it all the way back.
I was doing nothing but thinking about it.
Give it up to Nick Pauley, the stunt double. Who did the bye dance?
And I also heard that he did like a videotape rehearsal thing, or I'm not rehearsal. What do you call it? The videotape audition. He put it in, and then like his manager or somebody was like, "Dude, you got a real shot at this, but you got to tighten it up." It was like 30 minutes to learn that dance and do it the whole way through, and that got him the gig. Because that was after the movie was already done, and I heard that NSYNC officially put the NSYNC Bye 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 and in parentheses from the soundtrack of the motion picture.
Nice.
With that being said, too, I also heard the one artist that took their song off of the official soundtrack was Madonna.
Really?
Yep.
Like a prayer?
Like a prayer. She took it off. She allowed them to use the song, but she didn't want it on the soundtrack.
She's done that before.
Because she's about to do the 30th anniversary of the Like a Prayer.
And
so
she
she's
also, she never allows that. She didn't allow her song on the, remember she did the Bond's movie song?
Yes.
Yeah, she didn't allow it on the soundtrack. She never does. They did the toy line for Dick Tracy. She refused to allow her action figure to be produced. Wow. She's pissy.
Oh,
wow.
And that's
maybe
real.
She just protects
she
her
is
own
the
image.
material girl.
Yeah, she's pissy.
She'll take this video down right now.
But speaking of material,
Henry Cavill. Broad his back was.
Yeah, he would look really good.
Striking up the hog.
I mean,
That was pretty nice.
at the end of the day, not the end of the day, but counting, more than $850 million worth of tickets have been sold for Deadpool and Wolverine, which has made and I believe it had the highest domestic opening ever for an R-rated film.
Get out of town.
I don't know. The Joker had a pretty high. That was the previous record holder. I don't know if he beat it.
Yeah,
It would have to beat
This
the
next
Joker.
I think it
Harley
was.
Quinn movie.
I think it had
the one to put it right back over the top.
and
That's
5
not the
million
conversation.
No,
in the
not right
opening
now.
weekend, and I think the highest before that was like 196 million. Ralph, you could probably check that.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
fact
it's over
check it.
900.
It's got to be at this point.
Yeah.
No. I said the opening weekend, it made 205 million,
Oh, wow.
and I
Pretty good.
believe the previous record was 196 million, and I don't know. It might have been the Joker.
It's the Joker. I know for sure. I was watching, or I was reading about it on the, I was looking for the box office.
Speaking of the
receipts.
Joker,
Yeah.
I saw the previews for the second Joker.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I'm gonna watch it,
Oh,
but
wow.
I didn't think the first one would be that good. I thought, what's this? Some kind of art?
and it was directed.
And it was very
directed
good.
from the guy who directed the Hangover movies.
Yeah, and it
so
was
I
very-
was like,
it was
the bar
very good.
was low.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I saw it. I did not expect the first Joker movie to be any good
As
at
of
all.
August
I loved it.
2023. Oh, come on. I gotta get something that's a little newer than that.
yeah.
Oh, so I did
Joker's
get a.
335.
I did get
Let's see.
Joker did not have a 335 million opening weekend.
Domestic gross.
I did
Okay,
get
that
a
is not
homework
opening
reference from the
weekend.
movie, though.
What is that?
I remember listening to interviews where he's talking about Wolverine. He talked about going on Broadway, and he's talking about his singing and this and that. And then he said, he was supposed to kiss a man on the stage, and one kid yelled out, "Don't do it, Wolverine!" It was real cute. It was an interview, and Deadpool did make fun of his Broadway.
Yes.
Yes.
I did catch that reference.
Yeah.
There you go. He also made fun of his divorce as well.
He did.
I didn't
That's
know.
why I was saying,
Yeah.
I because he has a mask, there was a lot of those jokes. Like when they said, when they was talking to Elektra, and they said, we heard Daredevil died. We're like, we're sorry about that. And she was like, because
She's not with
Ben Affleck anymore,
Yeah.
and that was their thing. And
You got to do your homework. You got to.
you got to, and then when he was
You
like,
can't live under
when he was
a
talking
rock. That's it.
to when Wesley, and he was like, I thought you were retired. He's like, you call me retired, motherfucker. And he was like, no.
You know what I thought was pretty funny is that throughout the movie,
He's like, I don't-
Wolverine was constantly trying to remove a section of his costume to show off what he's been working on, because he had the flaps before they were in the van scene, and then after the van scene, the flaps were gone. He was showing off his shoulders to the
And
wall.
it's still ironic. Hugh Jackman is not Wolverine. And Wolverine's short.
No,
he's stocky.
We saw that.
He's thoroughly unlikable, and,
Yeah, we saw that.
he's not handsome. And Hugh Jackman is the exact opposite. And yet he did such a
And
great job.
and I wanna
he's
harken
always
back-
going to be Wolverine.
And I will harken back to one of the things that I did get choked up when they were showing those old clips and behind the scenes. And one of the things was he was talking about, he was actually saying, yeah, man, I don't really match what they were looking for at all, but I'm gonna do the best I can. And this was a young guy who really didn't have any
Very
big credits. He had no big credits to his name, and he was basically getting this thing.
He's over there on set stressing out.
He didn't know that day that he would be playing this character for 20
till you're 90.
Yeah, till you're 90.
But they really are doing that with RDJ.
Till you're 90. Well, no. The difference between RDJ is he had a hell of a career, and then he blew it up.
That's another story for another time.
I'm talking Hugh Jackman. We didn't know nothing about, and hand to God, I was pissed when he got the job. He was taller than Cyclops. I was like, this is crazy. That's not Wolverine.
Cyclops is supposed to be the tall, skinny one.
Then I watched the movie, and I was like, you know what? Hugh Jackman. He's pretty. Hey guys. And then X2 came out. And I was like, because that was the first glimpse that we saw of the Berserker Rage.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
A little bit of it.
Nowhere
near
what we saw.
Yeah. And then we got the big...
Because even in the comics, he never fully
And you know what? I think we should wrap with this, because there was a lot of people, too, that said a lot of the fights were ridiculous, because there were two people who can regenerate. And even the great fight against all of the Deadpools. And watching Mrs. Deadpool, or Lady Pool... Played by
Blake Lively.
Lady Pool,
played by Blake Lively, who is Ryan Reynolds' wife. After she just had the baby, damn, she looked great in that.
His kids were in the movie as well.
I think that was a body double.
It wasn't. It was her. It was 100% her.
However, who was there was Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
He was there.
Yeah, he was the country cowboy. Yeah, there was a lot of people. And Mac from what's that show? Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
Yeah, he was there too.
Yeah, they're all friends, Hollywood types. Anyway, go out and see it. I'm Ralphie D. That's news to me.
I'm Cool Water Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Actually, bootleg it if you can. We'd like to hear what you think.
What did you say? See it at the theater if you can.
You wouldn't steal a purse. Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if you like this video, please check out the Patton Oswalt filibuster, where he talks about the Star Wars meeting up with the Marvel Universe and where they can make that movie happen.
Okay, and I'm JB. You can send your Deadpool-related hate mail to me. And this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it first.
Good job, guys.
Bootleg that shit.
Adonis, pull yourself together.